Hello, my name is Matthew Palmer and welcome to another episode of Watercolour the Natural Way here on Watercolour TV. Now today, yes, we're going to be painting in this. This is beautiful. This is just absolutely stunning. I'm going to thoroughly enjoy painting this. The Kingfisher by the lovely summer river. It's going to be a beautiful watercolour. So do enjoy this one and paint along at your own leisure. We'll start off by taking a look at the materials. Materials for this watercolour then. Got the brushes, got a large, medium, small, round brush, super point. So this one, Matthew Palmer, size 20, super point, size 10, size 5 or 6. Just 3 large, medium, small brush standard. Something for detail, possibly. This one is a Matthew Palmer branching detail brush or rigger. You've got a medium and small tree and texture brush. And I've got a lift out brush for putting some highlights in as well. Got plenty of water, plenty of kitchen paper hanging around. I should probably get some clean water actually. We've also got the paints, of course, and for this picture we're going to be using natural blue. I've got these squirts from the tubes, natural blue. We're going to use natural orange. We're going to use natural red. And then we're also going to be using greens as well, so natural green light and natural green. I mean, you can mix all these colours from primary colours in theory. Lots of natural grey. That's very important. We've got natural brown as well here. We've got a little bit of natural turquoise, and I'm also going to be using some kind of a white, so a gouache, or this is Matthew Palmer's white watercolour. Nice and opaque white. And then we're ready to get started. So a really quite a large painting here. This is probably a little bit around A3, a little bit bigger than A3 really, but you can do it any size, quarter imperial, any size would work perfectly fine. Doesn't really matter how big or small the painting is. You can see the sketch here as well. It's a lovely detailed sketch of the Kingfisher. I've put quite a bit of tonal work in as well, so do take your time with the sketch and just get that ready so you're happy that you can, you know, get those shadows in. And I think a little bit of tonal work here and there does actually help with the sketch. You can see here I've just added a few little bits and bobs of tone here and there, little bits where I think the shadows might be around the wings of the bird, for example, so certainly worth the effort there. So we'll start off by wetting the paper. I want to wet the paper from top to bottom, just basically just across the whole thing really, just wet the entire sheet of paper. That little tilt on a board is quite useful. I tend to pop some tape into the top here, but I'm going to wet the whole sheet, whatever size paper you're working on. So I've got a big brush. This one's a size 20 brush. It's actually my own brand. It's called Matthew Palmer Super Point. And I'm wetting the paper. The entire thing is going in here. So a fairly big job to wet it. Any brush goes really. Wetting the page here. Just a couple of coats of water. If you wobble the board around, you'll see the dry patches too. You can see any bits you might have possibly missed. So I tend to say 2 coats of water is about right, which is perfect. Now, if you're using a nice quality cotton paper, it will stay wet for quite some time. All watercolour papers go a little bit wavy, but cotton papers will dry nice and flat. That's one really big advantage of having a cotton surface. Okay, so we're all good with the water. So we'll jump over to the palette, and I'm just making sure the brush has got a little bit of water. You see the little wipe on the side there. So literally all I want to do here is take a little bit of red, so a little bit of natural red, not too much red by any means, just a smidge, a sort of pinky sort of colour here. Wipe on the side. Kitchen paper is always good to have in hand as well to remove the excess from the brush. And then literally we're going to sort of go in with a bit of a twist. Now, I'm going for a bit of an evening vibe here, so I don't mind that little bit of a